Mobile, Alabama sits on the edge of a wide, slow-moving river that breathes into the vastness of Mobile Bay. It is a city of old stories, iron-lace balconies and humid summer air thick with the scent of magnolias. But to truly know Mobile, drive its streets on the pavement drive through living tunnels of southern live oaks. Long ago, these streets were open to the sky, dusty, sun-baked. Today, many are cathedrals of green where sunlight filters through interwoven branches, dappling the asphalt below in a shifting mosaic of light and shadow. This journey is a tour through time, a story told in bark and leaf. We will look at old photographs, wagons, and early automobiles. Then we will stand in those same spots today on February 26, 2026. The story of Mobile's oaks begins long before the city planned its grand avenues. The southern live oak, Quercus virginiana, is a native son of the Gulf Coast, a tree built for this specific place. For centuries before Mobile was a bustling port, these trees grew in sprawling open groves along the coast. Their massive, low-slung branches were sculpted by the sea winds. Early inhabitants and settlers knew the tree intimately. They recognized its incredible strength and its durability. The wood is uniquely dense and its grain interlocked, making it extraordinarily resistant to rot and to cannonballs. Early shipbuilders noticed this. They sought it out for hulls and for frames of naval vessels. Those shipbuilding qualities made the live oak ideal for city life. Its wood was strong and its life was long. A single oak could shade many generations. That resilience mattered in a region of tropical storms and hurricanes. As Mobile flourished into a major port city during the 1800s, its leaders and wealthy citizens sought to craft an image of grandeur and permanence. With wealth from the cotton trade, they built magnificent homes, stately columns, intricate ironwork. But a grand house on a barren street felt incomplete. The vision for a beautiful city extended beyond private property into the public realm. City planners, civic groups championed tree-lined streets not just for shade but as a statement of civic pride. Planting trees became a public virtue, an investment in the city's future. The live oak was the perfect instrument. Government Street, Spring Hill Avenue transformed into oak-shaded corridors. It was personal, hands-on effort. Homeowners planted oaks to align with street trees, creating a continuous canopy. The great oaks of Mobile are more than just biological organisms. They are living archives, silent witnesses to the city's unfolding history. A mature oak standing today on a quiet street may have been a sapling when horse-drawn carriages clattered on cobblestones. Its branches would have shaded soldiers returning from distant wars. Its branches would have seen the first automobiles sputter to life. The rough, gnarled bark of an old oak feels like a historical document. Its fissures and patterns tell a story of growth. They show storms weathered. Look at photographs from a century ago. You'll see oaks framing the moments of the past. They stand sentinel behind family portraits on front porches. Their lacy leaves soften the formal architecture of historic homes. They form the backdrop for parades and civic celebrations. Their arching limbs are decorated with flags and banners. Writers and poets in Mobile draw inspiration from them as symbols of home. Long before air conditioners, the dense shade of oaks made summer bearable. Their canopy could lower street temperatures, keeping homes cooler. That shade fostered front porch sitting and neighborhood interaction. The trees helped create a more livable, sociable city. The majestic oak-lined streets of Mobile, for all their resilience, have not existed without facing significant threats. Roads needed to be widened to accommodate more and faster-moving cars, a process that could sever the shallow, sprawling root systems of the oaks or even require their complete removal. New construction, both residential and commercial, often prioritized building footprints over the preservation of mature trees, the very infrastructure of a modern city. Sidewalks, pipes, power lines can encroach upon the space a tree needs to thrive. Old age can weaken even the strongest tree, making it more susceptible to disease and decay. Powerful hurricanes, a recurring threat on the Gulf Coast, can be devastating. The sight of a fallen oak after a storm is a heartbreaking event for any Mobilean. In response to these mounting threats, a new era of stewardship has dawned in Mobile. The city government established tree commissions, enacted ordinances to protect significant old oaks, requiring permits for their removal and encouraging developers to design around them. Arborists and city crews now use advanced techniques to prune trees for health and storm resistance, carefully thinning canopies to allow wind to pass through rather than topple them. Volunteers organize to plant new generations of live oaks, and people have learned to protect root zones from compaction and mechanical damage. The story of Mobile's live oaks is ultimately a story of legacy. It is a testament to the foresight of people who planted trees whose full glory they would never see. They planted for their children, their grandchildren, and for a future city they could only imagine. Today, we live within their vision, walking and driving through the magnificent green tunnels they began. Visual driving. The oaks are more than just plants. They are living links across time, connecting us to the generations who came before and binding us to the generations who will follow. They embody the very soul of Mobilea City, shaped by its relationship with its natural landscape. To walk down a shaded street in Mobile is to feel this legacy in a tangible way. You can run your hand over the rough, furrowed bark of a tree that was here 100 years ago. Each tree is a testament to a quiet decision, a simple act of planting that grew into something magnificent. From the first oaks valued for their strong wood to the grand avenues planted for beauty and pride, the history of the oaks is a mirror of the history of the city itself. Our responsibility now is to be good ancestors in our own right. It means planting new trees correctly, giving their roots room to grow, and giving their crowns space to spread. Keep the trees, they keep us.